first time in forever.
In a while.
Not to quote Frozen. Welcome, guys. So we're going to wait a few minutes. We're going to say hey to everybody. So, yep. There we go. All right.
Hey. All right. Let's say hey to everybody. Mary Ellen is here.
Mary Ellen.
Hey, Mary Ellen. How are you? Joshua Wilkins. Hi, Joshua. How are you?
Welcome. Thanks for coming in, man.
How's the sound, everybody?
That was a little intense.
Sorry, guys. All right. Rob Fuzz is here. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Fuzz.
Thanks for coming in, man. Really enjoyed Pup Talk the other day. That was awesome.
Wishing Mouse is here. Hey, Wishing Mouse.
Welcome.
Rob
Thanks
Fuzz says, wow, look at that studio.
Yeah. It's our makeshift studio.
We are working on our studio, you guys.
So
the Kingdom Times is here.
Welcome, AJ. Thanks for coming in.
Dennis O'Vale. Hi, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis. Welcome.
Miguel Benitez.
Miguel, one half of A Disney Life for Me. Miguel's awesome. Miguel, Danielle, the whole family, they're amazing. Thanks for coming in.
A little hot on the sound. So, Rob, we need to turn this volume down a little bit on the microphones.
No worries. Yeah,
how's that? If I back away.
We're working on it, guys.
Is that better, Rob?
There you go. So, yeah, there we go. Sweet.
Cool.
A little hot. No worries. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. So, yeah, guys, welcome. This is kind of our new setup now. This is what we're going to be using from here on out for our live streams and for our podcast. So, yeah, guys. So, you guys saw the topic of discussion is the Walt Disney World attraction bracket, which we are so excited to be a part of this. It's been floating around social media for a while now, and we thought that we would take a shot at it. And it was a lot of fun. It was a little bit tougher than I thought it would be, but So first and foremost, I want to give credit to Disney Dan. Not the Disney Dan that you guys are accustomed to, the Dizney Dan, which, by the way, he's awesome as well. But Disney, the regular spelling of Disney Dan, came up with this bracket. It's also on www.themeparktube.com. Yep. So thank you, Dan, for that. So, all right. So we're going to...
Everyone is saying they love the setup.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Rob said the sound is better since we pushed away from the mic.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for the feedback, Rob.
Sweet.
Street Praise says, hi, I am from Germany. Hello from Germany. Welcome.
Hey,
We're glad
Street
to have
Praise,
you.
welcome. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it, guys, for sure.
Happiness and Sweet Tea. Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Wendy. Welcome. Cargo Sparrow is here. I'm just here to listen. Chopping veggies. Nice. That's awesome.
Hi, good Molly. Stuff. Welcome. First time finding
welcome.
us.
Welcome, Molly. Thanks for coming in. You came in on a good day. Again, guys, we've been kind of MIA on as far as like live streams and uploading is concerned. But we're really trying to kind of be more consistent and offer good content to you guys. And the podcast is going to be a huge boost. So, yeah. So we'll wait for just a few more minutes.
We're going to finish saying hey to everybody. Sweet Praise, we are doing very well. How are you? Let's see. Dennis O'Vale says, where is your son? He is hanging out in his room. He is getting iPad time while we're live. He probably will pop in here soon.
Yes, I'm sure he will.
Yeah, he usually does. Rob Fuzz tweeted us out. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody supporting us and sharing us out and hitting that like button. By the way, guys, if you've not hit the like button, please be sure and do that now. That really helps us out for sure.
Isaac Nail is here.
Hey, Isaac.
Hey,
welcome.
Isaac. Adam
from Adam's Land. Welcome, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
He said, Ebony and I literally just finished 2 minutes ago filming video 4 of our attraction bracket.
That's awesome. Cannot wait to see that. Adam, he's from the UK and so talented. And he did a live stream from Alton Towers last Saturday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And which I think Alton Towers is like the most popular theme park in the UK. And he did a great job with that. I mean, Adam's a natural. He's got a gift for it. And welcome, Adam. So happy to have you aboard, you and Ebony. And again, just happy to have you here.
Street Praise says, what time is it in the U.S.? It is 6:05 Eastern Time, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, yes.
Release the Lens. Hey, guys. Nice to see you again. Hey, Release the Lens.
Hey, Release the Lens. Welcome. Welcome, welcome.
Ross Merrill says, hey, all.
Hey, Ross. Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
Magical News Live is here.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
He was live earlier.
Yes, he was.
And to kind of go back to Nick, he was at Disney World recently, and he had some really awesome live streams. He live streamed the Disney After Hours event, which was
so
really
cool.
Really cool. And he got he got a lot of good footage on that. He met some really cool YouTubers too. I think he met Prince Charming Dev. I think he met Spokesman again. Resort TV One, obviously Josh and Jenna. They're awesome, and I think a few others. So, yeah, and I think he's working on some vlogs. So, Nick, awesome, man. Can't wait to see the vlogs, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, we can't wait. Disney Dan is here. Hey, Disney Dan.
Hey, Disney Dan. Welcome, man.
He says he is from MCO. Oh,
yeah.
The airport in Orlando.
I know. It was his last day yesterday, I think, at Disney. And he was talking about on his live stream, it's always so tough to leave Disney because you get there, it's like, it's home away from home.
It's really sad.
To think about leaving Disney and knowing that it's your last day, it's a little depressing. You're excited because you're still there, but you're depressed because you're like, oh my God, I'm leaving. I don't know when I'm going to be back. And Dan, thanks for coming in, man. You had some great live streams as well. And I think you actually met up with Nick from Magic News Live, which was cool to see.
Oh, Release the Lens says, if you didn't recognize me, I'm Alex's Massive World or Everyday Visuals. His name's changed. Awesome.
Sweet.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you here.
Yeah, sorry, I did not recognize the name change.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we love seeing new people and new and old faces.
New names.
Yeah, for sure.
New and old names.
Absolutely. So, okay.
Catch up on everybody.
JPL Studios is here. Welcome,
What's up, JPL?
James. Thanks for coming in, buddy. JPL Studios is awesome. He does great Disney videos. He does great Disney music videos, like background music and attraction music. And I really enjoy going onto his channel. And, you know, if I'm feeling nostalgic and I want to listen to the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack or Tomorrowland, the Tomorrowland soundtrack, you know, he has great content as far as that's concerned, for sure. So,
Oh, Ross Merrill said, from what I heard, Magical News Live was standing on the TTA. LOL. No standing.
Hashtag no standing. Yeah.
Hashtag no standing.
That's funny.
All right, guys. So I guess we should probably get started with our bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if you guys haven't hit the like button, be sure to hit the like button, share us out. Again, that really helps us out a good bit. So, yeah. So the topic for tonight is, again, we're doing the Disney attraction bracket. Again, that was created by Disney Dan, not the Disney Dan in the chat. And
not
again,
Disney Dan.
Not Disney, not Dan with a Z, Dan with an S. Although Disney Dan with a Z is just as awesome. He's amazing. He's such a big supporter and just so positive and happy. He's such a really awesome guy in our community. And again, Dan, thank you so much for supporting us. And, you know, we'll support you as much as we can. But, yeah, Disney Dan, the regular spelling of Disney, came out with this bracket. And, again, it's been floating around social media for a little while. And man, it's such a good bracket. It really is, because you think you know what your favorite attraction is, but you don't really know until you dive right into it. Now, disclaimer: like, I gave each and every matchup, I gave every attraction a fair chance. Like, now granted, some of the matchups were easier to decide than others. But I sat down and I hashed out, okay, this ride against this ride. Okay, how did this ride make me feel?
On the bed, buddy. You can behind us.
What experience did I have that really kind of set me over the top in terms of emotional attachment and things like that? So there's a lot of factors to really take in when doing the bracket, because anybody can say, "Oh, this ride is my favorite ride in Walt Disney World," or that ride, So, and I thought I knew what my favorite ride was at Walt Disney World, but it turns out the initial ride that I thought was my favorite, after doing this bracket, it turned out to not be the top dog, and which was really interesting and kind of eye-opening a little bit. So,
can you go get him?
Sure. So yeah, guys, we may be
in and out,
here and there, in and out. So I've got to get this little guy some milk.
Can you also grab his dinner?
Sure.
Everyone is saying hi to you. Can you say hi, everybody? He's got his headphones on too, guys. Say hi, everybody.
This has got the sound.
Yeah. He is getting so big, Wendy. He's getting, he'll be 4 in what's today? The 11th. He'll be 4 in 15, no, less than that. Probably about 2 weeks he'll be 4. 12:10, maybe 12 a.m., 10 after 12. Wishing Mouse, I think it's 12:10. Discover the Magic is here. Hey, Discover the Magic. Yeah, it's pretty late, Dan. Dylan, everyone is saying hi to you. Can you say hi, everybody? No, why not?
I watching Pete the cat.
He's watching Pete the cat? I don't know who Pete the cat is, but that's who he's watching.
Oh, my dinner.
Oh, my dinner.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah. Parent life.
Yeah, we have a 4-year-old birthday party next weekend for this guy.
Yeah, which is going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
And crazy, but yeah.
And he's getting a BIKE for his birthday.
Thank God he can't spell.
I know. Thank goodness he cannot spell yet.
All right, so we're going to go through the chat one more time, and then we're going to get right to the bracket.
Street Praise. I think that it is 12:12 or not. No, I don't know what 0:12 is. It seems like it's 12:12 a.m. maybe.
Oh,
Wishing Mouse. I love Pete the cat.
Ooh, hello, everybody. It's Pete.
I think it's a different Pete.
Oh, is it?
It's Pete the cat.
Nice. Okay. All right. So where are we at in the chat?
We're pretty much through.
Okay. Awesome.
Everyone says smash the like button. Adams Land says, what are you trying to figure out? Oh, Street Praise says it's 0:13 p.m. in Germany. I think that means it's 12:13 a.m.
Yeah. Good job.
That's what it sounds like.
I think that's the correct time there. So.
Ross Merrill, favorite rides, classic rides, Tiki Room, Carousel of Progress, Small World, New Era rides, Star Tours, Test Track, Toy Story Mania.
Ross, those are good choices, and those are all on the bracket that we're about to go over. So
they are.
Those are great rides, all of them for sure. So yeah, guys, again, Jen and I, we did separate brackets. We didn't do one combined bracket, which I thought was kind of a cool touch. Because Jen and I, for the most part, we like the same rides at Disney for the same reasons. But there's a few that we kind of are back and forth on.
And
right.
Different reasonings for liking the rides. And so it's interesting to see how far rides get on his bracket versus my bracket. Now, we have not seen each other's bracket.
We have not seen them at all.
I don't know what his bracket looks like. He doesn't know what my bracket looks like.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting.
Yep. So we thought it was cool to do it that way. So.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Sherry also Sunsets Travel says hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good. Sherry, awesome. Welcome. Hello. Welcome.
All right, go for it.
All right. So
do your half first.
Well, we're going to kind of go back and forth.
Are we?
So you're
Okay.
going to start first.
Oh.
Ladies first.
Oh, ladies first. Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't want him to see my bracket.
Curveball.
All right.
So just to kind of go over the format real quick. So the attraction bracket consists of 64 total attractions in Walt Disney World. That's all 4 parks. So we have round 1, which is the first 32. Round 2, which is the second 32. So each round is going to this is the way I broke it down. Each round is going to consist of sets. So you have set 1, which is all 32 attractions. And then whatever attractions move on, you have the Sweet 16, which is set 2, right? So it's kind of like a college basketball tournament March Madness format. So you have the Sweet 16. And then from there, you have set 3, which is the Elite 8, right? And then from there, you have set 4, which is the final 4. And then from there, you have set 5, which is your final 2 attractions. And then from there, you pick your favorite attraction
from that section
from that
of the
round.
bracket.
So round 1 is 32 attractions.
Round 2 is 32
round 2
attractions.
is 32.
Got it.
Each round has 5 sets.
Got it.
So, all right.
Wishing Mouse says, "Ooh, basketball."
Yeah, right.
All right, so I guess I'll go first. You want me to just do my first matchup?
Yeah. So your first matchup. Go ahead, and I'll go.
Okay.
So we're not gonna. We'll kind of go quick. We'll kind of talk about different rides here and there. So.
Yep. All right. So the very first matchup is Pirates of the Caribbean or Tom Sawyer Island. I chose Pirates of the Caribbean. So this one for me was like hands down Pirates. Like it was easy. It was an easy answer for me. We love Pirates of the Caribbean. We've only done Tom Sawyer Island a couple of times. And I do like it. However, I'm not the biggest fan that it shuts down as early as it does shut down. And you can't get over there after a certain hour because by the time I get over there, I'm ready to go on Tom Sawyer Island and I can't get over there. So
right.
Pirates hands down for me.
Well, for me, obviously the same matchup. It's Pirates for me. I mean, Tom Sawyer Island, it's great. I mean, my favorite part of that is the caves. But Pirates, it was that Disney classic attraction. And hands down, Pirates wins for me.
Absolutely.
So next matchup.
So next is Navi River Journey or Living with the Land. So I chose Living with the Land. And the reason behind this, some of these might surprise you. You guys are probably not going to agree with all of them. But
that's okay.
The reason behind this, Living with the Land is one of those, I feel like it's a classic attraction. Mike and I seek it out. We have to ride Living with the Land. Navi River Journey, I've only been on a handful of times. And so anyway, I love Living with the Land. It is, if you're tired and exhausted and it is time to sit down for a little while, ride Living with the Land. It's educational. It's relaxing. You get sights and sounds and smells of Disney all in one ride. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, you get some really great dark ride scenes as well. So obviously, same matchup: Navi River Journey versus Living with the Land, and I'm going to have to agree with Jen. Living with the Land made it through for me over Navi River Journey. Navi River Journey is a great ride in its own right, but for me, it doesn't really have that concrete story that I'm used to in terms of Disney rides. It's beautiful, but it comes up a bit short for me because it is a short ride, and I feel like if you wait an hour or more for the ride, you're going to be disappointed. So for me, it didn't really click in terms of like loving it to put it over Living with the Land. At least with Living with the Land, you're getting a 10+ minute ride, probably closer to 15 minutes. And again, some of the inside dark ride scenes are top notch, and you get to go out in the greenhouse and get to see how they grow the vegetation, the fruits and vegetables, and most of you guys know this, but the fruits and vegetables that they grow at Living with the Land, they serve those fruits and vegetables inside the actual Sunshine Seasons quick service areas, restaurants. So yeah, living with the land for me.
Miguel says, "Wow, Navi's getting no love." LOL.
Yeah, again, it's a good ride, but it feels rushed, and it's beautiful.
I feel like there's a lot more they could have done with it.
Yeah, to me, just when you're like kind of like, oh wow, this is beautiful, and you see the shaman, which is one of the best, if not the best.
It is the best
Disney
animatronic on property.
On property ever.
Which we'll definitely give Navi that it is the best animatronic on property.
Oh yeah, hands down. In terms of movement and originality and just realism. But yeah, it just didn't really hit home for me. I living with land, I have some fond memories as a child riding living with land too. So a little bit of nostalgia on that one.
So keep in mind that when we did this bracket, Mike and I are really big on nostalgia. And so we gave everything a fair chance as far as how the ride made us feel. Now, the Navi River Journey made me feel amazing. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. But when you put it up against Living with the Land, which is something Mike and I have been on 12, 14, maybe more than that.
Oh, easily, yeah.
In our lives, for me, Living with the Land had more of that nostalgia factor. Dylan loves that ride as well. So we also have to take that into consideration.
All right. So what's the next matchup?
So the next matchup is the Grand Fiesta Tour or Small World. So I chose the Grand Fiesta Tour. So this is another one of those rides that Mike and I seek out when we go. Even though I love the Small World, I absolutely love it. Even though when I was little and I went with my dad, I took an entire 2 disposable cameras just on that ride alone. But
that's funny.
The Grand Fiesta Tour was, I did. We have I
remember you telling me
piles of the little animatronics from It's a Small World. But I absolutely love the Grand Fiesta Tour. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah.
So for me, again, Grand Fiesta Tour, Small World. I picked Grand Fiesta. Listen, I mean, Small World is a great classic, and who can forget the catchy song? It might be a little bit of torture for some people, but
Avery says it is annoying and creepy.
Yeah, I mean, for what it does, I think it succeeds.
Thank you, baby.
Am I going to ride it more than one time a day? No. Am I going to book a fast pass for it? No.
Yeah.
But Grand Fiesta, absolutely awesome. It's a little bit zany and crazy, but we got Donald Pongito and Jose Carioca in such a great ride. It's fun. It's zany again. It happens to be inside one of the most beautiful World Showcase pavilions, which is Mexico. And
it's one of my favorite.
There's hardly any wait for it. Hardly. So yeah, Grand Fiesta for me as well.
All right, so the next one. Now, this one was hard for me, and I'll go into why it was hard for me. So, Country Bear Jamboree or the Seas with Nemo and Friends. So the reason this one is hard for me is my grandfather worked at the Country Bear Jamboree. That was actually one of the first things I went on the first time I went to Disney. However, I chose the Seas with Nemo and Friends. So for me, it is incorporating a live aquarium into a ride that every time I go on it, it blows. I'm like, how did they do that? What are they projecting that on? The glass? Yeah. I'm so excited about having the projection onto the glass, in the live aquarium. You can see everything going by. That for me was absolutely amazing the first time I saw it. So I would go with the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Even though I have as much nostalgia behind Country Bear Jamboree, the Seas kind of took the top there.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of on that same boat because I chose the Seas with Nemo and Friends because
literally on the same boat.
Yeah, funny, right? or clam. I'm gonna jump on that clam. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, and I picked the seas only because of the aquarium part. Because
same boat, pun intended.
The ride itself is very average for me, but what really sets it off is the aquarium that you can look at, and you can see all kinds of awesome fish, sharks, stingrays. I mean, you name it. I mean, if you're there at the right time, you can see actual divers down there, like cleaning the coral and all that stuff. So for me, Country Bear Jamboree is a great ride or a great show. I just feel like, in my opinion, the seas kind of offers more than Country Bear Jamboree. Yeah. Because Country Bear Jamboree is fun, it's zany, it's classic Disney.
I will be upset if they close it, though.
Right? Yeah, I think a lot of people would be, but yeah, for me, the seas only because of the aquarium. Now, if it was just the Nemo ride, the seas with Nemo and nothing else,
and it didn't have the aquarium,
it didn't have the aquarium,
then it would probably be Country Bear Jamboree for me.
For sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just that added theming and experience for me. That's why I picked the seas.
Yep. So really quick before we move on, I'm going to say hi to a couple of other people that have joined us.
Yeah. So by the way, guys, we're going to kind of break here and there to read chat because we love you guys and we love to hear what you guys have to say.
We don't want you guys to think that we're not paying attention to you. Mia's Page UK is here. Hi, Mia's Page.
Hey, Mia.
Let's see. Avery Lopez is here. Hey, Avery. Kitschy Travels is here. Hey, Kitschy.
Welcome.
BR Fam TV.
Welcome, Joey Maya.
Smash that like button. Smash
that like button.
We still need to send you some whole cans, by the way.
I can't do it as good as Joey. I try. I'm not worthy.
Avery Lopez says, is there a bracket I can download? Just wondering.
Yes, there is. So, Avery, if you go to www.themeparktube.com, you can download the bracket there. Yeah, like we were saying earlier before we started, this is courtesy of Disney Dan. Again, not the Disney Dan that's in our community with a Z. Again, he's amazing, awesome. Disney Dan created this, and it's on his website, themeparktube.com.
It's also on Rob Fuzz's Twitter.
Yeah, it's on Rob Fuzz's Twitter. So if any of you guys, any mods or anybody wants to post the link to the bracket, please do.
Thank you, Rob. Rob Fuzz posted his Twitter link. Yep.
Sweet.
Thank you, Rob. All right, so moving on. The next matchup is The Little Mermaid or Turtle Talk. So this one for me, hands down, was The Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid growing up was my all-time favorite movie. And so the fact that there is that ride, I'm a little kid. Even when I was pregnant with Dylan, I looked at Mike and I said, I have to ride The Little Mermaid. Like, I have to. That was one of the few things I could ride. But I was like, I have to go ride it. And I rode it by myself. And I think I rode it 2 or 3 times.
Nice. We're like kind of on the same page so far.
Oh, really?
Because that's what I picked.
Little Mermaid over Turtle?
That's what I picked. It was this was a tough matchup for me. Okay, so
surprising.
I broke it down. I was like, okay, Mermaid, the Little Mermaid ride. It's okay. It's good. It's got some great animatronics when they're working. And then Turtle Talk. I'm like, well, man, Turtle Talk is so great because it's so interactive for the kids. And but most of the time it has kind of a longer wait than you want to wait for. Which, by the way, Turtle Talk is located in the Seas Aquarium area.
Specifically right next to where you come off of Finding Nemo. Right.
Yeah, so I kind of weighed that out. All right, so what ride offers more? And me, I'm a sucker for dark interactive, not interactive, but dark rides that have great animatronics and kind of tell a story. So for me, not by much, I picked Little Mermaid.
I'm kind of surprised because this guy usually has me singing in his ear on Little Mermaid, and he's like, "Stop singing! Let the music play."
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, so far we're I think we picked the same things for everything
so far.
I mean, the first round's kind of some of the matchups are no brainers, but again, I gave every ride, every attraction, the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
In terms of how I experienced each attraction and what it meant to me.
Yep. All right. So the next one was really hard for me. It was Kilimanjaro Safaris or Flight of Passage. Oh man, this one was so hard. It's still hard. So I actually chose Flight of Passage. So Kilimanjaro Safaris is amazing. I feel like it's incredible to get out and see the animals, and it'll probably change my mind if we ever do it at night. However, Flight of Passage, I think, was also incredibly, like, it blew me away when I wrote it for what Avatar is offering. Flight of Passage blew me away. And so to have Flight of Passage up against the Safaris, I had to go with Flight of Passage.
I mean, some of these matchups are a little unfair. But again, it's one of those things you gotta hash it out and give each ride a fair chance. So you want to break for a minute?
Sure.
For the chat.
Let's see. Let's see. Rob Fuzz says Turtle Talk Rocks could be great and it could be awesome, but matched up against the Little Mermaid ride, it lost. So true.
Yeah. And it was a little tough for me, but yeah.
Yeah. Wishing Mouse said, I like the Little Mermaid till Ursula's head came off and she was still singing.
You know, that's too funny.
Really creepy.
Yeah, obviously, I didn't see it when it happened, but I saw YouTube videos and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is just beyond anything creepy.
That's
like
really creepy.
Something out of a nightmare, you know. Yeah, that was definitely creepy.
There was one time that I rode the Little Mermaid and Ariel, her head did not work the way that it should. And it wasn't matching the way her body was moving. Yeah. Like her body was moving like this and her head was kind of
twitchy.
It was really funny. I actually thought it was hilarious, but yeah. Let's see. So Rob said it wasn't a fair matchup to pair those two up.
Yeah, that's the thing with the bracket. I mean, some of these matchups you're like, holy cow, this is a no-brainer. And some of them, like once you get deeper in to the bracket, it becomes very, very tough to pick one over the other.
Yeah.
So
Adams Land says all the better attractions have to come up against each other at some point, whether it's round 1 or round 5.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
So true.
Yep.
All right, we're ready?
All right, so for me,
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, Safari and Flight of Passage. I picked Flight of Passage because I love 3D rides. I love screen-based rides if they're done right. And first off, the queue area for Flight of Passage is absolutely amazing. Even before you get into the queue, you're walking up to this gorgeous just display of Pandora, rocks, waterfalls, plants. I mean, just life all around you. And, you know, for me, I love a ride that tells a story. And Disney, for the most part, tells a story through all of their rides and attractions. And, I mean, Flight of Passage is absolutely amazing, you know, in terms of the queue, how they prepare you for the ride and they get you ready for it. And once you're on there and you ride it and experience it, it's absolutely amazing. Is it like Sauron on steroids? Yeah, that's what people say. And I'll agree to that. But it's still a great ride. The Safari is great. It's the closest thing you can get to an actual safari in Africa. And I think Disney does it very well. I just think it's kind of hit or miss in terms of
what animals you see.
Each ride is different, which I think kind of adds to the charm. You know, you don't have the same ride twice. You know, some animals might not be out at one point, but then they may be out during another point. You can now, I've never been on the safari at night, which I've heard is great. And the safari tends to get a little bit bumpy at times.
We have a story that happened on the safari.
Yeah, so
involving
Samari's great, and it can garner some very long wait times if you don't have a fast pass. Yeah, I mean, you can wait in line for that. So, I mean, I've seen it get up to 3 hours before, 3 hour waits before.
And note to self, don't feed your kid a cup of milk or formula before going on the safari.
Yeah, so you guys can probably figure out where we're going with that. We're not going to say too much more. And I think Dylan was...
No, that's not for you.
Just over a year.
Have that.
He was just over a year old.
You can have some of this.
So, yeah.
Have some of this one.
All right, so moving on to the next matchup.
All right, so the next matchup was Star Tours or the Casey. Is it Casey Jr.'s Soak Station?
Yeah. Excuse me, guys.
Can I have some? Can I have some in my cup?
Sure, buddy. You got to wait a minute. So I chose Star Tours. So the Soak Station's amazing. We love the Soak Station. It's just that Star Tours for us, or for me at least, I absolutely love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Star Tours takes you on part of that Star Wars journey. And so again, storytelling, I go with Star Tours all the way on this one.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about kind of unfair matchups.
Yeah, this
you got
kind
Star
of unfair.
Tours pitted against a kid's soak station.
Put it down, buddy.
A play area.
Dylan.
Which doesn't hold water to Star Tours. Which Casey's soak station.
I'll show everybody.
If you guys don't know,
he wants to show you guys our clock.
Our clock that doesn't work.
It
needs a new battery.
It needs a new battery, and we have to find a place to hang it. Sit down.
Casey's soak station is located in the Magic Kingdom, more specifically in Storybrooke Circus. And that's the area that has like the camel, the spinning camel, and just the water area, which I'm a little bit surprised that they considered that an actual attraction. Because it's like, okay, what about the other soak areas? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are they not included?
Yeah.
So.
All right. So.
But, I was just going to say, Star Tours is awesome. Jen and I have recently gotten Star Tours. By recently we mean within the past year.
Into Star Wars.
We absolutely fell in love with it. And even before I knew about Star Wars and knew what it was about, riding the ride, I mean, it's a simulator, but it's great. It's great 3D technology. It puts you right in the middle of a battle, and yeah, it's very well themed. So yeah, Star Tours all the way.
Can you rinse that out?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll read the chat.
Sure.
Mike's gonna walk away for a minute. I'm gonna read the chat. We're still taking care of Dylan, you guys. Sorry.
Hey, Mommy?
Yes, buddy.
Where's my cup?
Daddy's taking it. He's gonna rinse it out so we can put some lemonade in it for you. Okay? Okay. Hi Julia, by the way, welcome. I saw you come in. Leave Seth alone, please. So Dylan is not used to this setup yet, so he's going to be into touching everything. So if you hear any weird noises, he's touching the how the microphone's attached to our table. I agree that it was not the greatest matchup in the bracket. Cargo says, I'm on a break. Now time to say hi to all the chatters. Hi, Cargo. Let's see. Star Tours is awesome, and all the different combinations of the journeys you take is even better. I agree. I've never been on the same combination of journeys on Star Tours, and the number of times that we've been over the years, the number of times that I've been since I started going, it's amazing. Never, ever, ever have I been in the same type of ride. Like I've never been on the same story in Star Tours. Have you ever been on the same story in Star Tours?
Not that I can remember. I think every ride has been different.
Yeah, every ride's been different for me too. So, all right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so the next one is Frozen or the Hall of Presidents. I chose Frozen Ever After. I love the Hall of Presidents, but Frozen for me, as much as I miss Maelstrom, I really, really miss it. I really was sad to see it go. they did it justice by putting Frozen there, and the way that they did Frozen. I really like the whole ride. They kept the original boats from Maelstrom and just rethemed it to Frozen. There's even a backward section as well. I love Frozen, and just, seeing how excited Dylan gets when I ride it brings all the nostalgia over those two for me.
Oh, he loves it. All right, so this is where our bracket starts to differ a little bit. So for me, I'm a big Maelstrom fan, which Maelstrom was
amazing.
What it was before they changed it to Frozen.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was brilliant in terms of how they incorporated trolls, Vikings into the Norway sort of theming. And honestly, when I heard that they were going to turn it into a Frozen-based attraction, I was like, how are they going to do that? Now, I know that in the movie that it's based out of somewhere in Norway.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like true Norwegian culture. It's a great ride. I mean, I think they did a great job with it. I think it's a worthy adversary. Has some great scenes in it, but it just didn't give me that feeling that Maelstrom did. So. And then the Hall of Presidents, I mean, is a classic. I mean, some of those animatronics are absolutely just amazing. And the story that ride tells, even before you see the unveiling of the presidents, when Morgan Freeman's talking, I don't think it's Morgan Freeman anymore. It's somebody else about the history, about the history of the presidents and the history of America and certain wars and certain things that happened that led to certain other things happening. I loved it, and I remember when I first wrote it, I remember it blew me away, especially the animatronics and just the way that they moved and how some of them talked and just how great it was. So for me, kind of based on nostalgia and just being classic, I could not put Frozen over Hall of Presidents. So for me, Hall of Presidents.
And guys, don't get me wrong. I miss Maelstrom. I'm very sad that Maelstrom is gone. I don't think Frozen is a better ride than Maelstrom. If it was Maelstrom or Frozen, Maelstrom hands down all the way.
Yeah.
And so I know that you guys are all talking about how Maelstrom was your favorite. I agree. I loved Maelstrom. I'm just kind of a Disney movie fanatic. And so things like Finding Nemo and Little Mermaid.
And that's the thing. That's what kind of plays into this bracket. Certain things like, okay, well, I'm a really big fan of this movie, even though the ride is okay. They did it in such a way to where it made me feel like I'm watching a movie. That those are certain factors that kind of play into this bracket, which is kind of the beauty of it. You know what I mean? So, which
is why we decided to do two different brackets, because we knew there was going to be certain things that we had different opinions on, even though most of it is the same.
Exactly.
All right. So the next one is Jungle Cruise or the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I chose the Jungle Cruise over the Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. So I love Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I think it's awesome. However, that Jungle Cruise, those corny puns kill me every single time. I just crack up every single time. And they're so corny. I love it because they're so corny.
I mean, how can you say no to the backside of water? How can you say that's horrible?
Backside of
water. Yeah, that's the best one. Yeah. Yeah, and so Monsters Laugh Floor. Why did you not put that over Jungle Cruise?
So I don't know. I'm more about a ride than I don't want to say I'm more about a ride than a show because you might hear a difference later.
Yeah.
But so for me, when it comes to a show versus a show like Laugh Floor versus the Jungle Cruise, I will choose the Jungle Cruise because it's an actual ride and a water ride in the water. It's got awesome storytelling. Laugh Floor is awesome. I feel like it's a really good addition to where it is, and does give you that fun element for the kids. I don't know. I feel like Jungle Cruise though. Like I lean towards Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. So kind of piggybacking off of that, I chose Jungle Cruise as well. Now, Jungle Cruise, is it the best ride in the world? No, but it's one of those rides your skipper can make or break your ride experience. Okay. And I've seen both. I've seen both sides. I've had a really great skipper they're really into their job. They're animated. They're enthusiastic, and they really make it fun. And then I've had some that are like, okay, so if you look over here, yeah, there's the backside of water. Yeah, so moving on, here we go. Here are some hippo. Like the whole like going through the motions, like you can kind of detect that, right? Mm-hmm. But overall, I mean, the inside part of Jungle Cruise, going through the cave and seeing the tiger and the snakes and all that stuff, is just top-notch theming. And Jungle Cruise is a classic, and I love boat rides. So, and Monsters Laugh Floor, it's a cool ride. I don't know if it fits in Tomorrowland, to be honest with you, but they put it there, which I guess it kind of whatever.
I mean, maybe
it works a little bit, but. It's got a cool element to it, like the whole interactive feature. I've been to Dancing Guy twice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun.
Which was fun, and it was funny, and it was a really cool thing to see. But for me, a show, I grew up like around theater, and so a show for me should be costumes and makeup and like full on immersion. And Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor doesn't necessarily have that. It's just a projection show for me.
And I'll say one thing. They always have the thing, text in your joke to this number. I've texted in my joke probably
hundreds of times.
Well, not hundreds, maybe like 12 times.
Yeah.
A dozen times.
It's never been read.
I'm like, oh, come on, guys. I like the jokes that I type in or send to you are like awesome.
Maybe it's not good enough for them.
I don't know if it's like rigged.
It's probably rigged
or whatever, but I mean, it's kind of a cool little interactive feature that they try to get you involved with. But all right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break for just a second and read the chat for a couple minutes. So what's up in the chat?
Cargo says, "Show us the moves, Mike."
Literally, it was this. That was it.
Kills me.
It was funny. And is the monster was like, wow, that guy got up without even getting down. I didn't stand up. I was in my seat. I was like, okay,
I'll just got caught off guard.
I'll swing my arms. I'll kind of do this and snap and move a little bit. But I never got up. He was like, yeah, that guy got up without even getting, or got down without even getting up.
Yeah, that guy got down without even getting up. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was fun.
So Miguel says, me too, Mike. They never read my jokes, and I'm freaking hilarious.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Everybody's hilarious. They're missing out.
Let's see here. I'm just trying to catch up. There's been a lot coming through.
Let's see here. Where are we at?
Oh, there's a lot that we've missed. I'll learn you to speak proper England like we do, Adam. That's nice. Hilarious.
Looking forward to that.
I'd like for you to learn me how to speak proper England.
Sure, mate. We'll do that sometime.
Let's see here. Cargo says, I can't wait till the day Adam's famous because it's going to happen. And then I can say, yep, I talked to him before he got that big.
He's already famous.
LOL, he cracks me up every single time.
Yes. Everybody's saying Nemo. Yeah. We both picked that, right?
Yep.
Will it go further? Stay tuned.
Wishing Mouse says, when all y'all become celebrities, you better still talk to me. Of course we will.
Yes.
You're right there with us, though.
Absolutely.
So come on. We'll take you with us.
Everybody's saying Kingdom Time says Small World just annoys me. Yeah, it's one of those rides where
says Wishing Mouse with her billions.
You feel like it's like you're almost kind of obligated to ride it because you're at Disney World. You're like, well, Small World is such a big part of the classic Disney.
Away from the wall, please.
So I guess I got to ride it. But yeah, it can definitely it can definitely be annoying for sure. Let's see here. Avery says, I watched Nemo so many times as a kid. Every night I would watch Nemo, never got bored of it. Awesome.
Adams Land says, to give you context, that was a facetious and I don't know why I can't pronounce the word satirical statement. When I said, learn you to speak proper England, like what we do.
Oh, it's all good.
We love it.
No worries, man. It's all good fun.
Cargo says, OMG, if you guys become famous, can we party at the Louvre?
The Louvre.
We can totally party at the Louvre, Cargo, and I totally forgot about that.
Excuse me, guys.
Cargo, you're welcome to come to the Louvre whenever.
So what is the Louvre, Jen?
So the Louvre is the roof of the Coca-Cola store and bar. We were going to the Louvre. I was trying to say roof and was thinking of something else, and it came out Louvre.
Yeah, it was during a live stream.
Yeah. So
Disney Springs.
It's now called the Louvre.
Yeah. Jen said Louvre.
Hashtag Louvre.
We should make a shirt that says the Louvre is on fire.
Can we?
Oh, absolutely.
Can we add that to our shirt list?
Yeah, write it down.
Oh.
Look at that.
Louvre.
Brainstorming on live stream.
Fire.
We're going places.
Brainstorm.
All right. Awesome.
Cargo says the Louvre top bar.
That's it.
All right. Should we move on?
Yeah, we're moving on.
All right. So where are we? Oh, so the next one was Philharmonic or the Tiki Room. So I went with Philharmonic. The Tiki Room is not my favorite attraction at Disney World. It's not even something that I want to go to all the time, even though that's another one of those attractions that my grandfather worked at.
Right, it's a classic.
And it's a classic attraction. I went on it when I was younger. I saw it with my grandfather, so there is some nostalgia there. But now for me, it's not the best Disney thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, so I'll go ahead and say I picked Philharmonic. I'm a big fan of animatronics. So for me, the Tiki Room was a little bit of a letdown. I've sat through it. It's not a ride. I sat through it several times when I was younger. And I just remember being very underwhelmed and like, oh, this is really weird. A bunch of birds hanging down and singing songs. And it's kind of creepy, but I took it for what it was, and now writing it, I still feel the same way. I realize there's a lot of nostalgia behind it. A lot of people love it. It's a classic in Adventureland. However, for me, I don't really seek it out. I just think it's below average personally. So, and Philharmonic, I'll go on a limb and say that's probably the best 3D show. Sit down or 4D. I agree, Tracy. It creeps me out too. I would say that's the best 4D show in all of Disney World.
Yep.
Granted, the animation and the film is a little dated. I think they need to upgrade it in terms of quality. I think it's a little muddied. Some of the scenes are a little muddied with the glasses. But I remember the first time I watched it. And just remember being blown away by it. Mm-hmm. And it encompasses a ton of awesome Disney movies and a ton of awesome Disney moments in 3D format. And for me, Philharmonic is top notch for me and blows away Tiki Room.
See, and I knew that not everyone was going to agree with us on everything. Avery says it doesn't creep them out. They love Jose.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And here's the thing, we're going to, when we do these type of shows.
I think being able to hear the wings flap is what creeps me out.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to have different opinions and that's okay. And we just, we're not wrong. You guys aren't wrong in your opinion. It's just, it's opinion.
Okay,
it's opinion based. And we like sharing our opinion with you guys. So, and we love hearing your opinions.
Do you want me to fix it?
So.
Let me see.
No.
Miguel, very, very, very true. The Tiki Room was very special to Walt, though. It really was. So
right.
It probably won't go anywhere for a while, but at the same time, it is not a attraction that I seek out.
Right, and I understand the appeal of the classicness and the nostalgia with it, but pit it up against Philharmonic, I don't know. I enjoy Philharmonic.
Yeah, I do too. All right, so the next one is It's Tough to Be a Bug or Spaceship Earth. I chose Spaceship Earth on this one. So I love It's Tough to Be a Bug. Not right now, son. So I love It's Tough to Be a Bug. But at the same time, Spaceship Earth, another one of those Disney classics.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
For sure. For me, I chose Spaceship Earth as well. I mean, A Bug's Life 3D or It's Tough to Be a Bug is great. I think it's starting to show its age a little bit. I mentioned Philharmonic. The film itself is starting to look a little bit muddied, but A Bug's Life, it's really starting to get worn down on the eyes, and I think they need to at least update the film quality because I love the attraction. I love the practical effects and the just everything about it. The hopper coming up, popping out, and kind of the scary part.
The little bugs running underneath.
Yeah, the spiders coming down. Yeah, which I really appreciate that. But
so, Miguel, to answer your question, Dylan does really well, and It's Tough to Be a Bug.
He does.
He's only had a couple of times where he was really scared of the spider part, and he'll like turn around and hug. He'll like turn around and attach himself to whoever he's sitting with. But otherwise, he does really well. Last time we went on it, we had him sit in a chair by himself so he could feel the bugs crawl underneath.
Yeah, when they crawl up under your...
Yeah, and he was like, what's that?
Yeah, he's not... I don't think he's ever, like, pitched a fit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I picked Spaceship Earth between the two. Spaceship Earth is the signature attraction of Epcot, no matter what they put there. I mean...
That's what Epcot's known for.
Everybody can ride it. I mean, just the animatronics and the going back in time all the way up to the future, showing different communications and how we've evolved with that. And for me, it doesn't get much better than Spaceship Earth. So. Yeah,
absolutely. All right. So the next one is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Festival of the Lion King.
I was interested in seeing what you were going to pick for this.
I think you know what I'm going to pick. I think deep down you know exactly what I'm going to pick for this.
What did you pick?
So I picked Festival of the Lion King. So I am, as I mentioned earlier, a huge theater buff. Like, I love theater. I love all things theater when it comes to costumes and makeup and dancing and everything. I actually did stage makeup in high school. I absolutely love theater. And so going to the Festival of the Lion King for me, even though it is a very, very, very long show, I mean, it's 45 minutes. So it's long in Disney standards. When you look at it compared to the rest of the attractions, it is long. But I absolutely love the Festival of the Lion King. That is probably one of my all-time favorite performances on property.
I agree. So for me, I also picked Festival of the Lion King. Now, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a great ride, and it often garners very long waits, which, in my opinion, if you wait any longer than 45 minutes to an hour, you're going to be disappointed. The highlight of the ride is the inside portion where you're actually seeing kind of the state-of-the-art animatronics of the Seven Dwarfs.
I can't get to it right now. You
which
gotta
is great.
Ask Daddy to get it for you. Okay?
But for me, it doesn't really hit home in terms of like, wow, that was like absolutely amazing. That's top 5 for me at Disney. It just simply did not do that. Now, I had a great memory with Dylan. If you guys haven't seen it, on our most recent Magic Kingdom vlog, he wrote it. He was tall enough to ride it for the first time.
And he wanted to ride it.
And he did. And let's just say that there were some fond memories made.
That's my impression.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Screenshot.
Right? Yeah. For that ride. And that's probably my best memory of it.
Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah. So
He wants to trace. Can you get him?
Excuse me, guys. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so I apologize.
And we're still taking care of a toddler. Can you? I'll go into the next bracket if you want to take care of him.
But Festival Lion King again, the theatrics, the Broadway style show. By the way, guys, fun fact about our channel: we have a full video of Festival Lion King. It is the second most viewed video on YouTube
our channel
of that ride. On all of YouTube.
Oh wow! I didn't
behind
realize.
Big Fat Panda.
That's awesome.
So if you guys haven't checked out our Festival Lion King video, please do so. Just type in Festival Lion King. We're the second video that pops up.
Yeah.
Which we're really proud of that. So yeah, I'm gonna go take care of it. I'll be right back.
So you guys, I'm kind of on the wall end of the room here. Once this bed goes away, which is a plan. Once this bed goes away, we'll have a lot more room for me to be able to get up and help Dylan as well. But for right now, Mike has to do it. Let me turn that off. Where is that? Here it is. All right. So California Roll, welcome. We are glad to see you. We are not at the parks. We live about 4 hours north of Disney World. And so we are not at the parks today. We are hanging out with you guys from the comfort of our own home. Let's see here. The bird dance makes Cargo cry every time. I love the bird dance. That whole show is absolutely incredible. Errol Zierlot is here. Hi, Errol. Did I pronounce that correctly? I sure hope I did. But welcome. We are glad to see you. Adams Land says, I used your Festival Lion King video for my attraction video bracket. You'll see what I mean when it's all complete. Aw, thank you. That's awesome, Adam. We can't wait to see it. He said he used our Festival Lion King video for his attraction bracket.
Yeah, Adam, I saw that, man. Really
I have not seen it, but he's seen it.
Yeah. Very cool.
Wishing Mouse, we'll see you in a few minutes. She says, be right back. California Roll says, you're so lucky to have the park so near you. We are pretty lucky.
We wish we were closer.
We don't go as often as we'd like. Yeah. Trust me, we would be there on a weekly basis if we could.
Weekly, yes.
But we cannot, so we're not there every week like we want to be. However, we are there as often as we are. So
as we can be, yes.
Oh, thank you so much, California Roll. California Roll says you have a nice professional setup, nice equipment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. This is actually our first time using this equipment, guys. So we did some testing and we were hoping that it was going to be good. Now this is kind of a preview of what we're going to be using for our podcast.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Yep.
So thank you.
So we have a podcast that's going to be launching very, very soon. We're behind a couple of weeks from when we originally wanted to launch, only because we had a couple of issues with the equipment setup and everything that we had to work through. And we're still kind of working through it. So Mike and I have to sit down and figure out the exact date as to when that's going to launch. It will not be next Saturday. I can guarantee you that because that's Dylan's birthday party. So we're not going to be able to film it.
Yeah, we're trying to plan for that.
Record it then. Yeah. However, it'll probably be very soon after that. So just so you guys know, look forward to that. It's going to be this theme podcast. We are super excited about it. Just figured I would give that little plug while we're talking about it. Nice. Herschel Lenny is here. Hi, Herschel. Welcome back. California Roll says it's fun to see your son too. Yeah, he's a mess.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He'll be 4. So yeah, he just wants to be everywhere and everywhere we want that we're at. That we're at, like the same room.
The equipment is all new to him as well too. Yep. So he just wants to touch and feel and play with everything that we have in here right now. And he doesn't always understand why can't I play with this? You, mommy and daddy are playing with it. Why can't I? And so thank you guys for being very patient and bearing with us on our interruptions.
Yes.
Adams Land says, if I was 4 hours away, I'd be there monthly. Mike and I have discussed this during the Alton Towers live stream.
We have, yes.
We have, definitely.
Yeah, we'd be there every week. All right. So
one more question that I was going to answer. California Roll says, do you stream with Josh and Jenna or Spokesman? We have never streamed with Spokesman. However, we have been on Josh and Jenna's stream twice now.
Once.
Oh, once on their stream.
We've met them 3 times.
We've been on a video that they've done, and we've actually met them in person 3 times. They're amazing. They were actually a slight bit of our
inspiration
for our channel.
They're a huge part of our our inspiration, and they're good at what they do, and they inspire others. So yeah, if you want to go back and see the live stream that we were a part of for Resort TV One, just go into YouTube and search Resort TV One September 1st, 2017, and that was right when what was it? Food and
Wine Festival at Epcot.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. They're amazing. We've met them 3 times total.
And we had only been on YouTube a couple of months at that point.
Yeah. So all right, guys, we're going to get through this first round, and we're going to kind of pick it up a little bit. So,
all right, picking up the pace. So the next bracket or the next portion is Muppet Vision or Planet Watch.
Rafiki's
Planet Watch. So I chose Muppet Vision. I've only seen Rafiki's Planet Watch one time. I thought it was cool for what it was. I didn't think they needed to take up a whole section of the park. However, I am very happy that they have this section that shows you how the animals are taken care of.
Yeah.
That's awesome. However, I chose Muppet Vision 3D. That's got the nostalgia behind it for me.
Awesome. Yeah. For me, Muppet Vision, I love 3D shows. Rafiki's Planet Watch, you have to take a long train ride over there, and the train ride is not very scenic. It's cool to do one time, but yeah, Muppet Vision, to me still holds up. I mean, it's been open since I think early 90s. Yeah, Muppet Vision for me. Awesome. So, all right. So next matchup.
Next matchup was Peter Pan or Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, did you miss Soarin' and Liberty Bell?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did miss Soarin' and Liberty Bell. I'm so sorry. Soarin' and Liberty Bell. I chose Soarin' over the Liberty Bell. I just love Soarin'. Soarin' around the world is amazing.
Where did my book go?
I don't know. I think it's in that box I put in there.
It's in there. It's in your room.
It's in there, buddy.
Go get it. Go look in your box. Sorry, guys.
So you picked Soarin' over Liberty Bell?
Yes, I picked Soarin'.
I picked Soarin' as well. Again, Soarin's a great ride. It's immersive, and it's just a happy ride, which a lot of times has a long wait. Not as long as it used to because they built a third studio, but yeah, Soarin' all the way.
All right, so the next portion, where are we? Peter Pan and Winnie the Pooh. I chose Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan. I think it's an amazing,
I can't find it.
Amazing ride.
I'll find it for you.
And so I love Winnie the Pooh as well. I'm a little kid at heart when it comes to all those rides. However, for me, Peter Pan, the way that they've redone the queue to continue to tell the story that it tells actually in the ride, as well as the story of the ride, it brings me back to watching Peter Pan over and over and over again. I absolutely love that ride. So when Mike comes back, he's going to give you his answer to that bracket. Oh, Wishing Mouse, no worries. Thank you. She said, I subbed you guys this morning. I thought I had already done. I already did. No worries. Sometimes YouTube will unsub you for various reasons. I don't know why. So Peter Pan or Winnie the Pooh?
I picked Peter Pan because that's a classic Disney, and the ride vehicles are suspended in air and they glide you along. Granted, it's a short ride. I don't know if it's worth the weights that it garners, but for me, Peter Pan's awesome. Winnie the Pooh is great too. I just have better childhood memories of Peter Pan movie, and for me, it brought it home. It tells the story better than Winnie the Pooh. So Peter Pan. Yeah,
especially with the new queue update too. All right, so the next one is the People Mover or the Walt Disney World Railroad. I chose the People Mover. TTA, 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 TTA. So anyway, I absolutely love the People Mover for what it's worth. It is an amazing ride that you can just sit and people watch.
Absolutely, yeah. I picked the same thing. People Mover is great. It hardly ever has a wait, and it's so relaxing. If you need to get off your feet and cool off and just get out of the crowds, gosh, it's so scenic, especially at night. You have some great views of Tomorrowland, and you get to go inside of Space Mountain, and you get to kind of see behind the scenes of some of the different attractions in Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And just absolutely love it. Had so many great memories of that ride. and we always seek it out. It's a must do for
Mhm.
us. So, all right, guys, that is it for set 1. So now we're on to set 2
Ooh.
of round 1. We are now at the Sweet 16.
Yeah. All right. So my first matchup is Pirates and Living with the Land. And I chose Pirates. As much as I love Living with the Land, Pirates still took the cake for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is where we start to kind of
We start to differ off at this point.
I chose Living with the Land.
Oh, nice.
Again, I just think that now this is coming from somebody, she's written it too, but somebody that's written Pirates at Disneyland. Okay. And I kind of took it as an insult when I rode Disneyland Pirates in terms of how dare Disney World not live up to what Disneyland did with it.
Oh, yeah.
Disney World's version is basically the Cliff Notes version of Disneyland's. So, which I still appreciate both attractions. Living with the Land for me is still the more complete ride. Again, the dark segments, the showcase outside, the greenhouse, just I feel like it's a better ride. I enjoy it more. I have better memories from Living with the Land.
All right. So the next two on mine were Grand Fiesta Tour or the Seas with Nemo and Friends. I chose the Grand Fiesta Tour. Again, I love this ride. Like, I absolutely love it.
Awesome. So, same for me. Grand Fiesta, the Seas, Grand Fiesta Tour. Again, the Grand Fiesta is a little bit weird and kind of crazy, but that's kind of the charm. Again, it's also located right in the Mexico Pavilion, and I don't know. I love it. It's so happy, and Dylan loves it. I love it. I've never had a bad ride.
Yeah. All right. So my next matchup is Little Mermaid or Flight of Passage. I chose Little Mermaid. So this might be surprising to some because Flight of Passage is amazing. However, for me, it's all about the nostalgia behind The Little Mermaid. That was literally my favorite movie growing up. So I know those of you that have kids understand the let's watch this movie 8 million times over and over and over again and drive the parents crazy. That was me with The Little Mermaid. I literally know every line in that movie still to this day. And I haven't seen the movie probably in 10, 15 years at this point. I haven't actually sat down and watched the movie. So for me, it is The Little Mermaid.
Wow. So this is where we differ again. I picked Flight of Passage. I could not hold up Mermaid against Flight of Passage. I couldn't justify Mermaid beating out Flight of Passage. I mean, Mermaid has a great facade. Eric's Castle is great. I just think the ride is a little underwhelming.
It's underwhelming because his wife.
Flight of Passage is amazing. I mean, from start to finish, and has very little to no flaws. Whereas Mermaid, I remember riding. I was hyped for Mermaid. Like I was so hyped, and I rode it the first time, and I'm like, oh, that's it. Kind of. It felt a little rushed. So for me, Mermaid against Flight of Passage. Again, Jen, I know you picked Mermaid for the nostalgia, which is great. That's why we do the bracket. That's why
we're doing two different brackets.
That's why it makes it so unique. But for me, Flight of Passage is by far the superior ride.
Good night, Islands of Fun. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a great night.
All right. So the next one, let's see, where are we? Was Star Tours or Frozen? This one was very, very, very difficult for me because as much as I love Star Tours, I had to give it to Frozen. So for me, I guess it's the whole being able to ride Frozen with my little boy and see him enjoy it for the first time adds so much more nostalgia than being able to ride Star Tours. Yeah,
I mean, that's good. So for me, it was Star Tours versus Hall of Presidents. I picked Star Tours. At the end of the day, I'm a rides kind of guy. Hall of Presidents is a great attraction, in and of itself. No disrespect to it, but seeing as how I'm a kind of a newer Star Wars fan, I gravitate towards rides more. And for me, it was a little tough. Like I kind of debated over this one a little bit. But yeah, Star Tours over Hall of Presidents for me.
Awesome. All right. So my next matchup is Jungle Cruise or Philharmonic. I chose Philharmonic. So besides the nostalgia, well, it is all nostalgia for me. This is one of the fondest memories that I have of Mike and I going to Disney for the first time and how we just kind of loved it equally and talked about it. And like, we're both music lovers. And so to be able to be in that atmosphere and see that type of show, Philharmonic took it for me.
Nice. Yeah, same matchup for me. Jungle Cruise, Philharmonic. Listen, Jungle Cruise is a great classic attraction. Like I mentioned earlier, the skipper can either make or break your experience. But I mean, you're still getting the cool scenic tour to Jungle Cruise. But for me, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get with Jungle Cruise. I mean, again, I've had good skippers and I've had bad. So, and Philharmonic, again, I love 3D shows, 4D shows. To me, that's one of the best on property. Philharmonic, it hardly ever has a wait. I think the longest I've ever had to wait for it was like 20, 25 minutes. Mm-hmm. So for me, Jungle Cruise, Philharmonic for me.
Awesome. All right. So the next one for me is Spaceship Earth or Festival of the Lion King. I chose Festival of the Lion King for all the reasons that I talked about earlier with Festival of the Lion King. The show is absolutely incredible. It is beautiful. It is like, the costumes are beautiful. The music is beautiful. Like the whole show is like, I don't quite cry, but I get to a point where I want to cry because it is that amazing for me. So for me, it's Festival of Lion King.
Nice. So for me, the next matchup is Spaceship Earth and Festival of the Lion King. All right. So I'm different. I chose Spaceship Earth. Because again, it goes back to shows only go so far for me. I love shows, but like I know some people just absolutely love shows. That's like their thing. That's like they go to Disney just to see the shows, and I love them too. But and Festival of the Lion King is kind of near and dear to our hearts as a YouTube channel because it's the second most viewed video on our channel, and it's the second most viewed Festival of Lion King video on YouTube behind Big Fat Panda, which I kind of take pride in that. But for me, Spaceship Earth, I mean, it's iconic. It's beautiful inside and out. Just something about it. The smells, again, the animatronics, just the way it makes me feel every time I ride it. Now, the end part where you do the interaction of, this and that, and they have the screen that displays. Are you a solar family or electric or whatever? That bit's kind of cute, but it's not my favorite. But still, Spaceship Earth for me is the better attraction.
Mary Ellen says Epcot Bob would be proud.
He would be, yes. Bob, if you're watching a replay, hope you're proud, man.
Hashtag replay.
Hashtag replay, yes.
All right, so let's see. Moving on, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, so Muppet Vision or Soarin'? I chose Soarin' for this one. Again, another absolutely beautifully done ride that just kind of immerses you and makes you think that you're in all of these countries. So definitely Soarin'.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with me, Muppet Vision versus Soarin'. Soarin' all the way. When you pit the two together or against each other, Soarin'.
It's not a fair matchup.
I mean, Muppet Vision's good. I mean, it's a little dated, but I feel like for the most part, it's kind of withstood the test of time. Mm-hmm. Granted, Muppets aren't too popular anymore, but I still really appreciate the 3D effects and the gags and the quirkiness. But yeah, Soarin' is a better ride. I mean, any ride that lifts you up that high and immerses you to feel like you're hang gliding, and they incorporate smells and and all that to give you that full on experience. I mean, soaring over Muppet Vision all day.
Yeah, the smells and the movements with Sauron are spot on. They are like perfectly timed. It is like, man, Disney outdid theirself with Sauron, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. I mean, soaring around the world, in my opinion, is just as good as the regular soaring, the old one.
Bye, Wendy. Thanks for stopping
Bye,
in. We'll
Wendy.
see you soon.
Thank you. Have a great night.
All right. So the next one for me was Peter Pan or People Mover. So I chose the People Mover over Peter Pan. The People Mover is one of those rides that Mike and I have to ride every time that we go.
Yeah, we seek it out every time.
We can get by without riding Peter Pan because I feel like you absolutely need a fast pass to ride Peter Pan.
It's kind of a rope drop or fast pass attraction.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it get up to 85, 90 plus minutes
long.
Within the first hour.
We've seen it longer than that too, I think.
Yeah, so for us, it's not really a rope drop attraction. It's more of a either you get a fast pass for it or we're not riding it.
Or if you walk by and the wait is like 20 minutes, you jump on.
Yeah,
type of thing.
20 minutes is like, might as well be 5 minutes for Peter Pan.
that ride. Yeah.
So I'm going to do this last matchup and we're going to read some of the comments. So just to let you guys know, I don't know if I mentioned this before. This is round 1 of 2. So we're not going to do both rounds tonight. Round 1.
We might do the next round next week.
Yeah. We're going to do round 2 next week. So you guys have to stay tuned.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to do round 1 and then we're going to call it good. And then next week we're going to do the round 2, which is the other 32 attractions. Yeah. So we're still in set 2. Peter Pan, People Mover for me. People Mover all the way. There's never a wait. Again, guys, just it's such a great way to get off your feet. And there's some great scenery. Pitted up against Peter Pan. Peter Pan is a great nostalgic Disney attraction.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's a little bit rushed. So I don't really feel like I get that warm and fuzzy that I do with People Mover, which is, it's kind of weird when you think about it. But for me, People Mover, there's hardly any theming. It's just a cart that goes around Tomorrowland. And it goes all of maybe, 15 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour.
The views that you can get from that ride, though, are incredible.
For me, it's near and dear to my heart. I love it. And we ride it at least I'd say at least 3 or 4 times. Usually more than 2.
There have been times where we've ridden it 4 or 5 times.
Back to back, yeah.
Back to back. Like, let's get back on the People Mover. Oh, wait for, we have like an hour till our Space Mountain Fast Pass, right. And we're already over here. We're going to keep riding People Mover over and over again.
Yeah, guys. So that's it for set 1 and set 2. Now we're down to the Elite 8.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of go through these quick, and then we're going to go through our final 4, and then we're going to go down to the nitty gritty and pick our winner of round 1.
All right.
So we're going to catch up with the chat for just a second. So where are we at?
Can I take a small break?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Don't look at my bracket.
Blinders. Let's see here. AJ says Small World annoys me. Yes. Kitsy says, we'll look at y'all with your studio gear. Yeah, again, this is the first time that we're using this gear, and hopefully it sounds okay. And we're excited with the way forward with our channel. This is kind of our setup that we're going to be using for our podcast. So hope you guys like it, and thanks, Kitsy. Rob Plus says, I do love the Stees. Yeah, it's one of those things, Rob, like I mentioned earlier. If it was just a standalone ride, if it was just the Finding Nemo ride, I would think I would say it's not really worth riding. But because of that, I mean, we ride that ride to get to the aquarium. You know what I mean? Because the aquarium's that good, and Dylan always loves it. We always have a good time. We get some really good photos and footage in the aquarium for our vlog. So it's always such a good time to go through that aquarium. It's so great. Avery says he's going with Nemo. Yeah, against a great ride. Avery also says, I watched Nemo so many times as a kid. Every night I would watch Nemo and never get bored. Yeah, I think Jen, she had read that one earlier. Yeah, so again, guys, this is round 1 of 2. So what I've done is we have round 1, which is 32 attractions. So you have your initial 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and then your winner. And that's going to be round 1. So next week, we're going to do round 2, which is another 32 attractions. So definitely look out for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, this bracket is not as easy as you think it would be, because when I saw it floating around, I was like, okay, this can't be like that hard. I've got in my head what my favorite attraction is, but if you sit down and you take the bracket seriously and you really analyze every attraction against the other, it becomes difficult. Granted, the first round is a little bit easy, but then second, third, fourth, when you get down to like the final 4, that's where it becomes very, very tough. So, yeah. So, have you guys enjoyed the stream up to this point? I hope you guys have. Gosh, this is the first time we've been live for. It's been well over a month, and I hope you guys can forgive us because life happens, and we've been so busy with doing other things, and we want to keep up with YouTube, and we want to kind of invigorate what we're doing and things like that. So I know it's been a while, and gosh, we were so excited to come on tonight and share this with you guys and do this bracket. I know our buddy Adam, him and his daughter Ebony did the bracket, but they did it in vlog form. And Adam, I think it's a 3 or 4 part series that you guys are doing. And I'll be honest, I've seen what Adam can do. If you guys haven't checked out Adam's Land, be sure and go check out his channel. Man, he's such a natural. He I think he went over 100 subscribers. Maybe 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Sounds about right.
And man, the vlogs that he does with Ebony, and just the way he carries himself, and the way that he does his vlogging and editing is really cool. So really looking forward to what Adam puts out in terms of this bracket. So yeah, I like I said, I think it's a 3 or 4 part series that you did on the bracket. So all right.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Sweet. So are we ready to start the Elite 8?
Elite 8. So
set 3?
Yeah.
So go for it.
All right. So Pirates or Grand Fiesta Tour? I chose Pirates. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Even though the one at California is my favorite, I still love it at Disney World.
Yeah. So why did you like it over Grand Fiesta?
I don't know. It was when I think about the two, I feel like Pirates is one of those must rides over, and I think probably we spend more time at the Magic Kingdom than we spend at Epcot. So for me, like I seek out Pirates just like I seek out Grand Fiesta Tour, but I will ride Pirates over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, Pirates is already eliminated. I know that might upset some people, but it's my bracket. So Living with the Land versus Grand Fiesta. And quite honestly, I was a little surprised that this ride had made it this far up to this point. I chose Living with the Land again, because I love rides that tell a story. I love rides that are longer. Longer rides might tend to like bore people or whatever, but matched up against Grand Fiesta Tour, I just enjoy Living with the Land more. I get more excited when I know I'm going to ride Living with the Land, because I look forward to the inside parts, the going past the desert and going through the rainforest and seeing like the animatronic alligators and the buffalo, and seeing that house with the dog out front, and then the outside portion, seeing all the agriculture and all that. I just think it ties in so well. It's a really complete ride. So for me, Living with the Land.
Rob said, "Man, you love the land."
Maybe a little bit, Rob.
We love the land.
Yeah. So, all right, what's the next one?
All right. So, Little Mermaid or Frozen? I chose Little Mermaid over Frozen on this one. Again, the nostalgia's there. Frozen to me, I feel like is, as much as I do love the ride, I feel like it's really hard to explain the two. Again, Little Mermaid has all that nostalgia behind that being my favorite movie growing up, and probably still one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, I mean that's a big factor that plays into this is nostalgia. That again, that's the beauty of it,
Yeah.
So, and
plus, I know like where every scene falls in the movie, and that it's like definitely mostly in order of how the movie goes, and I'm like constantly just singing away, and I'm always curious as to what's going to happen when you go through that section of like, does he kiss her or not? Never mind, I know the answer. I've seen the movie a million times, but for me, it's Little Mermaid.
Nice. So I think my two on this is completely different. So what was yours? Mermaid and Frozen. Mine is Flight of Passage and Star Tours. This is a little bit harder than I thought it would be, because again, I break down every matchup. Okay, so I got Flight of Passage against Star Tours. Okay, Flight of Passage is this, and this. Star Tours is this. I've had this experience, whatever. After careful review, I picked Flight of Passage.
Ooh.
Only because of the immersion level in terms of the ride. I feel like Flight of Passage immerses you a little bit more and is a little bit more thrilling than Star Tours.
I can see that.
Whereas Star Tours, you have the simulator car, you're kind of just getting jolted around. And there's some cool effects. They simulate, taking off really well. And overall, I just think Flight of Passage is the more beautiful ride. It's beautiful. It has a good mix of ambiance in terms of really letting you appreciate the landscape of Pandora, but it also has that thrill level that really gives you that feeling of flying on the back of a Banshee and dealing with kind of the hardships that the Na'vi deal with. And it is perfectly executed, I think. So for that reason, I picked Flight of Passage over Star Tours.
I probably would have picked Flight of Passage over Star Tours too.
Yeah.
For Flight of Passage, it's one of the very few rides that I forget other people are next to me.
Right.
During the actual ride.
Exactly. Unless they're like screaming like, oh my God.
Even then, like, I know that there are other people riding a Banshee, but like I forget that they're actually next to me.
Yeah.
Like it's different when Mike and I ride it together because I know he's next to me and I can look over at how he's enjoying it and those types of things. But like as far as like all these strange people that I don't know, I forget they're there.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
Good stuff. All right, what's next?
All right. So for me, the next matchup was Philharmonic or Festival of the Lion King. And I chose Festival of the Lion King. Again, it's the theatrical show. It's probably one of those shows that I feel like belongs on Broadway.
I'll say I have Philharmonic, but I don't have it pitted against Festival of the Lion King. But if I did, I would definitely pick Festival of the Lion King.
You have it against Spaceship Earth.
I do.
That's a hard one.
And with that being said, Philharmonic versus Spaceship Earth, I picked Spaceship Earth. So, yeah. Cool. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Stupid cough. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So, again, like I've been saying the entire time, I mean, Philharmonic is one of the best 40 shows on Disney property. And But in terms of nostalgia and how much I enjoy each attraction, I can't go to Epcot and not ride Spaceship Earth.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just the aura, just the immersion, and just the classic feel of riding through Spaceship Earth is just amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's it for me.
So my next matchup is Sauron or the People Mover. This one was actually really hard for me because I truly and honestly love both rides. However, I chose People Mover over Sauron. And the main reason for that, I feel like the Magic Kingdom is my favorite park. And so having a ride that takes you around a section of the Magic Kingdom and you can still see beautiful, iconic views of the castle, especially at night, especially if you ride it during the fireworks, which, by the way, we have done. And to see the fireworks come up behind the castle from the People Mover are views that you'll never have unless you do it. I mean, it's iconic.
If you time it just right, yeah. Amazing. So, what were yours? It was
Sauron or People Mover,
and
I chose People Mover.
Same with me. People Mover. For the exact same reasons. Yeah, just Sauron's a great ride, but if you don't rope drop it or you don't have a fast pass, you're going to be waiting for this ride for at least, I would say,
a couple hours.
Old Sauron, probably 90 minutes or more.
Yeah.
Newer Sauron, now they built the extra,
at least an hour
studio, at least 45 minutes.
Yeah.
More People Mover, walk on, the views are outstanding.
Yeah.
And to be able to get off your feet during a crowded day and just take in the breeze, and it never gets old.
Never.
Riding around Tomorrowland, especially at night, and if you're lucky enough to see the fireworks.
Which we've seen.
Yeah. It's
perfect
incredible.
Timing.
It's incredible.
Perfect timing that we've seen the fireworks on that ride. And it was incredible. I think that was on our first trip to Disney together as a couple.
Yep.
Which is kind of what made our relationship.
Yeah. It really wasn't a hard matchup. Sauron against People Mover for me. I mean, I didn't really have to think that long. So yeah, People Mover.
Yeah, guys, we're all kind of coming off of being sick. It's just lingering with Mike a little longer than I think with the rest of us.
Sorry, guys.
So thank you for bearing with us. All right, so you ready for the next?
Yeah. So are we now in the final four?
Final four.
Sorry, so that was it for set 3.
I was going to say Fab 4.
Fab 4. Yeah.
Fab 4.
That works too.
Right.
Yeah, we are now in the final 4. So do you want to read some comments? Let's check the chat real quick.
Yeah, so everyone is just talking about how much you love the land, and then our matchups were a tough call. Adam's Land says, "Man up, Mike, and drink some whiskey."
Right?
I mean, get well soon.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam. Funny story, Adam. There was actually a night when I could not get over this. Not recently, but the last time we had whatever crud was going around. And I looked at Mike and I was like, I think we have all the ingredients for a hot toddy. I'm making one.
Sorry, guys.
I made a hot toddy and I slept like a baby.
Adam actually mentioned that, a hottie toddy.
You should drink a hot toddy.
We don't have any whiskey, though.
I think if you look hard enough, we've got enough whiskey.
You got a stash. You got a stash I don't know about.
I mean, I'm a whiskey girl, so.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't know that.
I actually enjoy whiskey. You should have known that.
Yeah.
I drink wine and other things because it's a lot cheaper, and because I don't know, whiskey is just quick for me, so I just don't drink whiskey that much. Yeah. But yeah, anyway.
Whiskey may be in my future. Yeah. And I don't know it. So we'll see.
Future, you have whiskey, I'm on my way over.
Nice.
Come on, Adam. It'll take you 20-something hours to get here. 14?
Yeah, like 14
hours. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow at like what, 11 o'clock at night.
Sure.
We're probably in bed.
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Just ring the doorbell.
Oh, it's an 8-hour flight. Oh, less than we thought.
Wow.
Anyway, Wishing Mouse says she's never had it. Never had a hot toddy. They're actually pretty decent. Actually. My grandfather actually told me one day that I needed to drink a hot toddy because I could, like, the last thing I had was a cough and I was up all night long. And he was like, just drink a hot toddy. It'll make you go to sleep. You'll get the best sleep of your life. It'll be amazing. And I was like,
yeah, it's funny.
What are the ingredients of a hot toddy? And he told me. And so I fell asleep. It was awesome.
Yeah, I guess what I've heard, I guess what they did back in the 70s and the 80s is babies, toddlers that were teething. You know, obviously teething is when your teeth cut through, and it's very painful for babies. The remedy, no joke, was whiskey. Like the parents would dip their finger in whiskey and rub it on the gums of a 6-month-old or 9-month-old, and apparently that worked wonders. And given how our society is so politically correct, hey, I'm not going to get into politics. Doing that today would be a no-no. But yeah, I've heard from several people that rubbing whiskey is what they used to on the kids' gums is what they used to do to alleviate teething.
Your mom told me
to ease the pain. Yeah,
to do it.
And I think my mom did it to me. Come to think of it, yeah.
So do not try a hot toddy.
Yeah.
Do not. She's too young.
Yes, do not. Wow, 14.
Disclaimer, if you're under the age of 21, do not attempt these at home.
We do not condone that.
We do not condone underage drinking.
All right.
Anyway, change the subject.
All right, so are we ready to move on here?
Yes, so we are on the Fab Four.
Yes.
All right. So my first matchup on the Fab Four is Pirates or Little Mermaid. I gave it to Pirates.
Really?
Which is really surprising.
So Pirates made it to your final two?
Pirates
top two?
Made it to my top two, actually.
Okay. So why? Why over Little Mermaid?
As much as I love The Little Mermaid, the Pirates ride to me, it's incredible that they themed a movie after a ride.
Yeah. Okay, so Pirates.
Being able to
even after you've ridden Disneyland Pirates, you still put it in your top two in the first round.
If Disneyland versus Disney World, if this were a bracket, Disneyland Pirates would win, hands down.
Probably would for me too.
Hands down, easy. Disneyland Pirates would win.
Yeah,
I do love Disney World Pirates. That is another one of those nostalgia things that I grew up on.
Yeah, that's cool. So, all right. So it beats out. So how hard was that? How hard was that matchup for you? Did you have to think about it long, or were you just like? It
was really hard for me because as much as my mind kept saying Pirates, my heart wanted to say Little Mermaid because that's my.
That's what you should have went with, though.
That's what
if that's what your heart said.
Well, no, as much as. I sat down and I looked at the two and I was like, I love Little Mermaid. I love Pirates. I love Little Mermaid for this. I love Pirates for that. I feel like Pirates tells a better story than The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And so Pirates had to take it over The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
So as much as I love The Little Mermaid, that ride is missing some key points of the movie.
It is.
It's missing some key points.
Like I mentioned earlier, the first time I wrote it, I thought it was very rushed. I thought it was very kind of weird, just kind of jumbled to get thrown together. I think the facade and the queue is far better than the ride, but yeah, that's why I didn't make it that far for me. But so for the final four, the first one is Living with the Land and Flight of Passage.
That's a hard one.
It really wasn't that hard for me. I know Living with the Land is one of those rides that made it way further than I thought it was going to make it. So
for me, Pirates made it way further than
Flight
I
of
thought
Passage
it was going to make it.
Beat out Living with the Land again, because at the end of the day, I love thrill. I love being thrilled. I love coming off a ride and just being wowed. And Flight of Passage does that for me. Is Flight of Passage my all-time favorite Disney ride? You have to find out.
He claims that it's not, but I guess
I
we'll
mean,
see.
I told
right?
you I had a curveball.
I guess
though.
we'll see.
I mean, yeah, just the walking into Pandora, and I mean that's the center point. That's the signature attraction at Pandora, and quite frankly at Animal Kingdom now. And Living with the Land is a great ride. I love slow moving boat rides that tell a story and kind of showcase certain things. But pitted against Flight of Passage, I had to pick Flight of Passage. So yeah, so Flight of Passage is in my top 2 for round 1. So
all right, we're ready.
You ready to go for your last 2 of set 4?
So my last 2 were Festival of the Lion King or People Mover. This one was hard for me because I do love both of them, but the theatrical side chose Festival of the Lion King just for the fact that it tells such an amazing story.
Yeah. So that was your.
Yep.
You picked. What'd you pick?
Festival
over People Mover.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Surprising, right?
Okay.
Surprising.
Okay. I can see. Because People Mover, if you tell like the casual Disney fan or the casual Disney person that goes to Disney a lot that like People Mover is like your all-time favorite attraction, or
they're going to be
top
like,
4,
yeah, right.
They're going to be like, really, People Mover? There's like this
out of
that?
all those other awesome rides and shows.
People Mover? And I mean, to be fair, had you had any other show pitted against People Mover, and you picked the show over People Mover, I would have been a little surprised. But
what about Nemo? The Nemo show.
I like Nemo. It does. Festival of the Lion King is the best show, in my opinion, on Disney property. So for you to pick Festival over People Mover, that's respectable because Festival is awesome.
Festival is incredible. It's incredible. There are no other words besides incredible.
Yeah. So. All right, so for me, Spaceship Earth versus People Mover. Now this was very tough.
Ooh, that is a hard one.
This was really, really tough.
That's a really hard matchup.
I broke it down in terms of well, how many good memories do I have from riding Spaceship Earth? How many good memories do I have of riding People Mover? And how do those compare to one another? And I also factor in like wait times. How long do I have to wait to ride this ride? And I also factor in, again, just how the ride makes me feel, and all that goes into it. So with that being said, Spaceship Earth, People Mover, I picked People Mover. Just because, I mean, there's hardly ever a wait for it. There's hardly any theming to it. It's just a cart that goes through Tomorrowland, but just the way, just something about it, the narration on board and going through tomorrow, and it's definitely the best place to people watch.
Oh yeah,
and people watching is one of our favorite things to do at Walt Disney World.
People watching is our favorite thing to do, regardless of if we're at Walt Disney World or not.
Riding the People Mover at night is one of the best experiences that you can do on a nice night at Walt Disney World. So Spaceship Earth, it was tough. Love it. But unfortunately, I have to knock it out of the final 4. So set 5 and the final set
for this round,
Flight of Passage, People Mover for me. What are your final 2?
For me, it's Pirates and Festival of the Lion King.
Okay.
So before we go on, I want to know what everyone in the comments would think about, what is it, Flight of Passage or People Mover, or Pirates or Festival of the Lion King. So go. What are your thoughts? Oh, Adam, thank you. 1 away from 30 likes. If you have not clicked like yet, please do so. Thank you so much. All right. Avery says Flight of Passage. Now this is 2 different brackets we're looking at. Flight of Passage or People Mover. And then Pirates or Festival of the Lion King. Avery says Flight of Passage for the win. What else, everybody? I want to hear them. Pirates over Festival. Festival The Lion King for your bracket. We'll find out for sure. Come on, where is everybody? Wishing Mouse says, I'm not a show person. Adam, 30 likes. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Disney Fan 65, how are you? Welcome. Disney Fan, you have missed out. We have started the first half of the Disney attraction bracket. So we're basically doing 2 brackets. Mike has his own bracket. I have my own bracket because we have a lot of very different opinions, apparently, when it comes to the brackets. So Disney Fan, if you get a chance to go back and watch it, go back and watch it. But what we're talking about currently is Mike's final 2 of this portion. We're only doing half. We're doing half of the bracket today. And then after today, we're going to narrow it down to 2. So his final 2 are Flight of Passage or People Mover. And my final 2 are Pirates or Festival The Lion King.
And this is just the first round. We're going to tell you guys what our winner is of this round.
Yep.
So
Wishing Mouse said she eliminated all of these rides in the first round.
Really?
Wow.
Okay. That's interesting.
That's interesting, Wishing Mouse.
Cool. It's really cool to kind of hear you guys' thoughts and opinions because everybody loves certain rides and attractions for different reasons.
Yep. Oh, we need to say hi to Emma and John. You're welcome. Hi, Emma and John.
Emma and John.
Saw you pop in the middle of our bracket last time, and I did not say hi. I'm very sorry. But hi, welcome. We're glad to see you.
Yeah.
We are very glad to see you. All right. So there's a few people that says, let's see, Adam says Pirates. Avery says Flight of Passage for the win. Wishing Mouse is going to choose Pirates because she says she's not a show person. Let's see. That's it.
Okay.
Disney Fan said
Awesome.
hi, by the way. Say hi, Disney
Hey,
Fan.
Disney Fan.
Welcome.
How are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. All right. So you have Pirates
ready?
and
Festival Lion King.
Okay.
What is your guess? What do you think I would choose? I want to know if he's right. My husband.
But you just told me earlier because I was like, how funny would it be if I guessed your attractions and her exact words were, yeah, I don't have a very good poker face.
I don't.
I'm not going to guess.
I don't have a good poker face.
The people, you guys in the chat can guess. I'm not going to guess because you don't have a good poker face. I'm guessing you'll pick Lion King. Okay. So
Disney Fan says Pirates is their choice.
So before you pick, go over why you love your final 2 as much as you do and why you picked your winner.
So I love Pirates of the Caribbean as far as it being an indoor boat ride and telling an amazing immersive story. Same with Festival Lion King. It's not a boat ride, but it is a very immersive story. And it tells the story of the movie very well in a very short period of time. So I pick the Festival of the Lion King.
Wow. So that was your winner.
Yeah. So again, for those of you who are just coming in, I am a huge theater buff.
Yeah.
If I have the choice of watching a movie on a big screen or going to a theater and seeing a play with music and costumes and lighting and props and makeup, I will choose the theater. I will choose the costumes and music and makeup and all of that. Like, I saw Cabaret when I was 14, and Cabaret is not necessarily appropriate for someone that's 14, but I begged my sister to take me, and she took me to see Cabaret. For those of you who don't know what Cabaret is, you should totally look it up. It's amazing.
I was just going to add that's what makes, again, these brackets so unique, because we all enjoy different things for different reasons. And Disney's no different. And like Wishing Mouse said, she had all these eliminated in the first round, and that's okay. Yeah. You're not wrong. We're not wrong. It's so fun to really share opinions and kind of get everybody's perspective on why they like what. And like Jen said, she loves theater and Broadway style shows. So you're going to be naturally more drawn to that. Those. And I can't fault you for that because Festival of the Lion King is great. And again, it's also our most viewed or our second most viewed. I think it is our first, actually, our number one most viewed video on our channel. Second most viewed Festival of the Lion King video on YouTube.
I think for me, Festival of the Lion King is one of those things that besides the theater element, it's just very well done.
Oh, yeah.
Like it gets the crowd involved and you have sections of like cheering and it's just incredible.
Yeah. I mean, the show, even if they didn't do
the acrobatics are incredible.
Even if they didn't do any of the interaction with the crowd, I mean, just as a standalone show, say if you paid to go see it, you know, somewhere in like at your local theater or whatever, I mean, it would still be a fantastic show.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, though. I love the rides, but putting Pirates up against Festival of the Lion King, to me, it's not really that fair. That's how
it drew out, though.
To me, it didn't come up as that fair because I really feel like Festival of Lion King takes the cake over Walt Disney World's Pirates.
Yeah.
Walt Disneyland Pirates might have been a different answer, but I don't know. I'd have to do another bracket for that.
No, that's very well justified. Festival of the Lion King, nice. So my final two again are Flight of Passage and People Mover. What do you guys think I'm going to pick? Flight of Passage or People Mover? What do you think I'm going to pick? Did you look?
No, I didn't look.
What do you think I'm going to pick?
I think you're going to go with People Mover.
Okay.
Although I don't know because you've surprised me with how far Flight of Passage has gone in this list.
I didn't think so. That's for another day. Flight of Passage. Yeah, Flight of Passage is great, but it's definitely not my like. I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to give it away. But it surprised me.
Everyone says Flight of Passage.
You guys think I'm going to pick Flight of Passage?
Oh, Avery
says TTA.
Avery says TTA.
Okay. Wishing Mouse says Flight of Passage. Let's see. Okay. So, without further ado, Flight of Passage versus People Mover. I picked People Mover.
Yeah.
People Mover is my winner. Awesome. And that might surprise a lot of people. Like, what? You knocked out Flight of Passage? That's like one of the best rides ever. It is a great ride. However, it's not my favorite. It didn't stand out quite enough for me to declare it the winner. I get the appeal. It made it very far. It's an outstanding ride.
It's beautifully done.
What they've done
for what they've done.
What they've done with Pandora and Animal Kingdom is just
incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Animal Kingdom needed it.
Yeah, they desperately needed it.
Animal Kingdom needed Pandora.
Desperately. You know, and the queue, the way they prepare you for the ride is absolutely awesome. The ride itself is good. It's great. It made it very far. It made it in my top two. So, excuse me. Yeah, again, sorry guys. I got a lingering cough. Trying to hang with it.
We're all trying to get over it.
Yeah. So when I picked a new ride like Flight of Passage, Flight of Passage has been around now for going on a year and a half.
Yeah.
And there's been several people that I know that have been to Disney. They've been going to Disney for 20, 30 years. And the first time they rode the ride, they're like, that's the best ride ever. That's the best ride in Orlando. That's hands down the best ride.
It wasn't that way for us.
It really wasn't that way for me. Simply because of what Sauron did.
Yeah.
Because it's very similar to Sauron. Similar. It doesn't
Sauron
have
on steroids.
Quite the intensity that Sauron has. But in terms of new technology, excuse me, guys. I don't think it really blew me away because, you have the 3D glasses and the 3D technology, but the 3D really just didn't separate it for me. It didn't take it to that next level that I thought it would. And People Mover, look, it's awesome. You can be having a bad day at Magic Kingdom. You could be getting frustrated with your kids or the crowds or whatever. You know, anytime we get like that, we're like, let's just go on the people mover. Let's take a breather. Let's cool off, because we can always count on that to be like a less than 5 minute wait. And every time we go through Tomorrowland and just through Space Mountain and just relaxing and kind of taking a step back, being able to do that on such a great ride and have the views that you have. And in the best park ever, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I can see
People
that.
Mover over Flight of Passage for me.
I can see that. People Mover has that relaxation element about it, which is something that I feel like more theme parks need to add, is more of a way for people to relax and still be in the stimulation and still be in the ride, but still be out of the majority of the stimulation. So like a dark, calming, it goes slower. Yeah,
because you can put your work, like for me, as soon as I sit down, my worries are like, I'm carefree. I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Prop your feet up. Because, I mean, each car is going to hold whoever's with you.
Right.
And you can just stretch out. I mean, take a nap. Regroup. Like, it's just a weight lifted off my shoulders every time I ride that ride.
Yeah.
Because it allows me to regroup. Plus, you're having a great ride through Tomorrowland each and every time.
So that is actually a really, really good point. She said that it was great, but I wish they would have used that amazing tech on a different movie rather than Avatar. And so Adam asked, which movie do you feel like is worthy of that? And Zoe said, Big Hero 6 would have been really cool.
That is a really, really good choice.
That's a really, really good point and a really good choice.
Big Hero 6 is great. We actually just bought that on DVD.
They don't even have an attraction except for a
They have the meet and greet, yeah.
That's it.
Big Hero 6 is, I think, a vastly, vastly underrated Disney movie.
Hugely underrated. And
I think that's a great choice. Avatar is great, but there's only one movie. It came out in 2009. And the second one's not coming out until 2020 or 2021, I think. So a lot of people, it's Pandora's basically based off of one movie. And granted, again, I know there's a sequel coming out and there's another one after that, but it blows my mind that they took almost 10, it's going to be over 10 years between movies.
But Pandora hasn't always been a Disney movie.
Right.
Disney bought the rights
to it, yeah.
Which to me is
why I'm like, I can't put Flight of Passage as my favorite because
it wasn't originally a Disney
originally a Disney property. Now, granted, People Mover, I mean, Walt had a plan. Like, he had his hands in
People Mover.
Which, back in the day, it was the People Mover. Now it's the TTA. And he wanted it to be a mode of transportation around the city.
He wanted it to go around all of it,
so
didn't he?
That's definitely Disney, and for me, Avatar, is kind of a bought property, like a bought IP, much like what they're doing with Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Wars, which is I'm excited for.
We're super excited for those, but at the same time, like if you put it up against a Disney classic or something that Disney bought the rights to, I'd probably choose the classic over and over and over again.
Right.
Because that was not an original Disney thought.
Right. Disney
said, you know what? This movie's making a lot of money. Let's buy it and turn it into a land.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which, I'm all about theme parks evolving and doing what they need to do to keep the crowds up and keep people coming back. I'm all for that. But, in terms of something like this, like the bracket, like I had a really hard time picking Flight of Passage as my favorite, just for kind of that reason alone. And I mean, the attraction didn't blow me away enough to make it my favorite in round one. And also, Forbidden Journey over Universal. I know this is a Disney topic, but I think we kind of experienced Forbidden Journey, but that blew us away because we had never seen anything like that.
Oh, that completely blew me away.
And I feel like Avatar kind of borrowed from that and Soarin', which it works. It's a great ride, but it didn't wow me enough. Plus, I mean, Avatar is not a, when you think of Disney, you don't think of Avatar.
Now, granted, when Mike first rode the Forbidden Journey, he had never seen any of the Harry Potter movies ever.
That's true.
And I was like, when we were going, I was like, we got to go check out the Harry Potter ride. It's going to be awesome. Harry Potter's amazing. And Mike's like, Harry Potter's for kids. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's not for kids. And we walked in and immediately he's immersed in the whole town of Hogsmeade. Or not, it was Hogsmeade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the whole town of Hogsmeade. And then he rode the ride. And without ever seeing a single movie,
I was like, this is my favorite ride ever.
It became his favorite ride ever. And those are the types of rides that you want to see.
And that's kind of what has happened with
when
Rite
there's
of Passage.
A new one, right?
People that don't go to Disney very often or don't really know what Avatar is, they're wanting to be thrilled, and they ride that. And they're like, but wow, this is the best ride ever.
And they're
get
thrilled.
that, but seeing as how we're Disney veterans, I wasn't blown away by it. That's all. I mean, it's a great ride. Absolutely. I mean, it made it my top 2. But yeah. Do you got anything else to add before we read the comments and sign off?
It blew me away to an extent. Like, it blew me away to an extent, but it didn't blow me away to the point where, oh my gosh, this is my favorite ride in the theme parks.
Yeah.
It didn't blow me away that. It blew me away to the extent of,
hey, Steve.
This is what Disney brought. And this is incredible that Disney brought this to the Animal Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom is exactly where this needs to be. But it instantly did not become my favorite ride. Right. So, anyway.
Yeah, guys, there you go. There's our
first half.
Our round 1. So for me, the winner is People Mover, and for you, Festival of the Lion King.
Hands down.
So yeah, guys, that is it for this round. Next week, we will be back with round 2. Totally new slate, clean slate of 32 other attractions that we're going to break down for you guys and pick our winner. And then we're going to pit the winner of round 1 against round 2. They're going to duke it out. And then we're going to tell you guys our ultimate favorite attraction at Walt Disney World. So you guys don't want to miss it. It will be next week. I don't think it's going to be Saturday.
We have to decide what day it's going to be on. So honestly,
it's probably going to be Friday morning, afternoon before
it'll probably
Resort
be
TV
Friday
1.
during the day, because honestly, Dylan's birthday party is Saturday.
Right.
We have family that are going to be in town,
but we're going to squeeze it in.
We may not have the same setup just because we're going to have family members sleeping in this bed behind us. So this will not all be here.
Well, it may be.
It may be. We'll see how things go, but it might end up being Friday at some point before Resort TV 1. So maybe 4 on Friday, but that's going to be tentative as of right now. So for those of you who don't already follow us on social media, check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We are Our Theme Life at all 3 of those. That is where we will post updates as to when our next live stream will be. Right.
And let's see what else. If you guys haven't subscribed, if you're new here, please feel free to, if you want to, hit the subscribe button. And if you do, be sure and click the notification button. That way you guys get notifications for when we go live and when we post new videos. Again, if you guys have not hit the like button, please do that. That really helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. Man, this has been so fun.
It's been amazing.
And we've got a podcast coming your way in the coming weeks. Later than we've anticipated, but it's coming for sure. And we just appreciate all of you guys supporting us and all that good stuff. We have a Teespring shop.
We switched from
it should be in the description below. If you guys want to support us that way, you guys definitely don't have to. But yeah, we have a new t-shirt shop and merchandise shop.
And by the way, there's going to be a Loof is on Fire design coming. We also have a This Theme podcast. We have that logo
that's available
for purchase
on the Teespring
already. For t-shirts as well as posters. So you can have an amazing poster that you can put up if you want.
Yes.
Anything else that we need to talk about?
I think we've covered it all. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Adams Land says, I cannot wait for our theme podcast.
Thank you, Adam. We cannot wait either. It's been a long time coming. We've had some growing pains, but we're trying to iron it out the best we can to make it decent. So yeah, really happy that you're looking forward to it.
Trust us, we are a lot closer now if we're using all of this during our live.
Right.
We are very close. So
yeah, I think that's it, guys. That is round 1 in the books. Stay tuned next week for round 2. And we had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for coming on and watching the stream.
Avery, finish my bracket. Spaceship Earth one.
Spaceship Earth. Okay, that's
awesome.
a good choice. Awesome. So we're going to read through a few more comments before we sign off here.
Mary Ellen says, thanks, guys. Good to see you. Thank
you, Mary. Good to see you always. You've been such a huge supporter of us, and we thank you each and every time that you come into our live streams and support us. So thank you, Mary.
And I just want to say that it was amazing to see everyone. I know that it's been a while since we've been live, but it's been absolutely incredible to see everyone. This is our happy place, literally.
Yes.
Like, you guys and being on YouTube and sharing our passion with you guys. This is our happy place and what makes us tick.
Well, yeah, my other happy place is riding the People Mover.
Oh yeah,
this is my other happy place.
Besides Disney World, this is our happy place. Yeah. When we can't be there, this is our happiness. Adams Land says, I first read Harry Potter having not watched any of the films too. One of my good friends and the director of Cane Hill worked on the night bus scene at the Harry Potter third film.
Oh, nice,
That's
Adam.
Incredible.
That's amazing. Yeah. Good stuff, Adam.
Disney fan says, been a while. Good to see you guys growing your channel.
Thank you, Disney fan. Yeah, we're we've kind of been a little stagnant lately just because of things coming up, but we're really trying to work hard to invigorate our channel and give you guys good quality content, and we're really looking forward to that. And I think the podcast coming up is a definite step in the right direction.
So yeah, like, I know we haven't been behind the camera and behind the mics very often over the past little while, but do know that YouTube and you guys have all still been in our hearts and on our minds, because we've been trying to grow and figure out ways to bring you guys new and amazing content. So
yeah, I mean, we just cannot thank you guys enough for that come on and
we wouldn't do it if we didn't have all you guys.
Every video, stream in and stream out. Yeah. You guys that continue to support us. It means the world, and we really appreciate it. And we hope to see you guys back next week for our part 2.
And should we do a partner channel shout out?
Sure. Well, all of our partner channels are in the description below. We've got a lot of them, so I'm not going to go over every single one of them. So if you guys, I mean, we can.
Yeah. So check out
Resort TV One, Magical News Live, Walt Twins,
Fireproof Project,
Geeked Out Getaways, Thomas Ever After. See, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Am I forgetting somebody? I feel like I am.
Dave.
Yes.
Road Trip Dave.
Yeah. I want to say Destination
Road
Dave
Trip
because that's
Dave.
what he was before.
He used to be
Road Trip
Destination
Dave. Yes. By the way, guys, if you have not checked out Road Trip Dave, he is amazing. He just put out a new video of Bay Lake Tower, a tour and resort tour and room tour, and it is amazing. If you guys have ever wondered what it's like to stay at Bay Lake Tower, if you ever wonder kind of what it looks like, he does a great job of breaking it down. Fantastic narration, just great camera work, and you guys won't be disappointed. So,
oh yeah, Thomas Ever After.
I said Thomas Ever After. And we're probably going to have some more partner channels popping up soon. So,
probably,
which is great, which is a good thing.
Very soon. And while we're on the topic of partner channels and other things that we do, I do want to let you guys know, those of you who don't know that are watching us for the first time, I am also a travel agent with Mickey Travels. And so if you need help planning your vacation or just have questions about how do I do this or how do I do that, feel free to reach out to me. My Facebook page is Mickey Travels Jennifer Patterson. And Twitter and Instagram are Mickey Travels Jennifer P. Mickey Travels is one word. Also, I will have Mike put my email address in the description.
I didn't put it in there
That's okay.
Before, but I definitely will when we're done.
Yep, I will have Mike put my email address in the description. And that way, also, you guys can send us a message on our YouTube channel, and Mike will make sure it gets to the right place that it needs to go for me to be able to reach out to you and contact you about planning your next trip. And so keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, guys, that is it. We're going to sign off. And by the way, you guys are themed lifers. That is your nickname. All of you guys that have stuck with us from the beginning and are still with us, you guys are themed lifers. So thank you so much, themed lifers, for being here tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Jen and I have been looking forward to this since yesterday. And because yesterday was kind of the day we decided to do this. So, yeah, guys, that is it. Have a great rest of your Saturday. It's been fun. We'll see you next week for part 2. And so, yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. And until next video, please remember, live your themed life.
And make it special.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.